Hi everyone, this is BotPlayerAI, and let's go to today's news. Electronic Arts has announced that it will stop supporting Windows 7, 8, and 8.1 operating systems for 3 of its popular game titles, Battlefield 5, Battlefield 1, and Star Wars Battlefront 2. The change will take effect on November 30, 2023, and will affect players who are still using older Windows hardware. EA's decision to end support for these older operating systems is motivated by its commitment to providing a secure and optimal gaming experience for all players. Microsoft had previously ceased providing security updates and support for Windows 7 in 2020, and for Windows 8 and 8.1 in 2021. Without these critical updates, the integrity and functionality of the games can no longer be guaranteed on these platforms. While the affected games have been out for several years and are nearing the end of their life cycles, they still maintain active player communities. This move by EA underscores a broader technological transition in the gaming industry, as support for older operating systems continues to dwindle. Players using the affected operating systems will need to upgrade to a newer version of Windows to continue enjoying these titles. EA is not alone in phasing out support for older Windows versions. Earlier this year, Epic Games ended support for Windows 7 and 8 in Fortnite, citing similar security concerns. Valve has also announced that Steam will stop supporting Windows 7 and 8 starting January 1, 2024. These changes reflect a broader industry trend toward ensuring security and performance by encouraging users to adopt newer operating systems. However, some players may be reluctant or unable to upgrade their hardware or software due to various reasons, such as cost, compatibility, or personal preference. For these players, the end of support for their favorite games may be a disappointing or frustrating experience. EA has advised players who are affected by this change to contact EA Help for assistance or questions. The company has also thanked the players for their support and feedback over the years, and has promised to continue delivering new and exciting gaming experiences in the future. Devolver Digital, a leading publisher of indie games, has announced that it has acquired System Era Softworks, the developer of the popular space exploration game Astroneer, for up to $40 million. The deal includes an initial cash and stock payment of $22 million, and up to $18 million in additional bonuses based on the performance of Astroneer and other future projects. System Era Softworks was founded in 2014 by a team of veteran game developers who had worked at companies such as 343 Industries, Disney, EA, Valve, and Ubisoft. The studio's debut title, Astroneer, was released in early access in 2016 and launched in full in 2019. The game has sold over 4 million copies across PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4, and has received critical acclaim for its sandbox gameplay, charming visuals, and cooperative multiplayer. The acquisition of System Era Softworks is Devolver Digital's largest to date, and marks the company's expansion into the space-themed genre. Devolver Digital's executive chairman Harry Miller said that he was impressed by System Era's vision and passion for creating games that can inspire future generations of spacefarers. He also praised Astroneer's gameplay systems and optimistic tone, saying that it was a perfect fit for Devolver Digital's portfolio. System Era CEO Douglas Morin said that he was excited to join forces with Devolver Digital, and that he looked forward to working with them on growing Astroneer and developing new projects. He also thanked the fans of Astroneer for their support and feedback over the years, and assured them that the game will continue to receive updates and improvements under Devolver Digital's umbrella. Both companies stated that System Era will retain its creative independence and autonomy, and that the acquisition will not affect the studio's culture or values. They also said that they share a common vision for making games that are fun, innovative, and accessible to a wide audience. Baldur's Gate 3, the critically acclaimed role-playing game developed by Larian Studios, is still on track to release on Xbox Series X consoles before the end of 2023, according to the studio's CEO Swen Vincke. In a tweet posted on October 31, Vincke confirmed that the Xbox version of the game is being actively playtested and that the exact release date will be announced when the game is ready. Baldur's Gate 3 is a Dungeons & Dragons-inspired RPG that features both a single-player and cooperative element, where players create their character by selecting a starting class, take on quests, level up, and engage in turn-based combat using the D&D 5th edition rule set. The game launched for PC in August 2023, and in September 2023 for the PS5, after a lengthy early access period, and received rave reviews from critics and fans alike. The game also became one of the highest-rated PC games ever and broke several Steam and concurrent player records. However, the Xbox version of Baldur's Gate 3 faced some technical challenges due to the requirement of a split-screen co-op feature for both Series X and Series S consoles. Vincke previously stated that implementing split-screen on the less powerful Series S was a major hurdle that threatened to delay the port beyond 2023. However, Larian worked with Microsoft to find a solution that would allow the game to launch on Xbox this year, even if split-screen will be excluded at launch on Series S. Microsoft has pledged continued support to add this feature post-launch. Interestingly, Microsoft's huge leak of internal documents and emails in late September revealed that the company had dismissed Baldur's Gate 3 at first. The email showed that the game was last on a list of games that Microsoft felt could be included in its Xbox Game Pass service. However, it seems that Microsoft has changed its tune after seeing the success of Baldur's Gate 3 on other platforms and is now working closely with Larian to bring the game to Xbox players as soon as possible. Embark Studios, the developer of the popular multiplayer shooter The Finals, has responded to the criticism from voice actors and fans over its use of artificial intelligence for some of the in-game voices. The studio said that it uses a combination of recorded voice audio and audio generated via text-to-speech tools, depending on the context, and that making games without actors is not an end goal for them. The Finals, which is currently in beta on PC, Xbox and PlayStation, is the debut project from Embark, a subsidiary of Korean gaming giant Nexon and a team comprised of numerous veterans of EA's Battlefield franchise. The game has been praised for its fast-paced combat and for the ability to blow up parts of the levels realistically as you play. But its use of AI voice acting for lines shouted mid-match by in-game announcers has drawn heat from some quarters. Forbes' Paul Tassi, who enjoyed the game, said it sounded bad, the cadence is off. There's weird breathing sometimes. It's just not good compared to the quality of the actual gameplay. Throughout the year, professional voice actors have sounded alarms over the threat that AI could take their jobs, and those represented by SAG-AFTRA have made the issue central to talks over a new union contract, and a potential strike. Video game voice actors previously called out AI-generated explicit Skyrim mods, and Assassin's Creed Syndicate voice actress Victoria Atkin called AI-generated mods the invisible enemy we're fighting right now, after discovering her voice was used by cloning software. Paul Eiding, the voice actor behind Colonel Campbell in the Metal Gear Solid series, also condemned its use. Genshin Impact, Dying Light, and Ghost Runner 2's Kit Harrison also slammed Embark on Twitter. What really sticks with me is that they needed to bring in real actors to get the grunting, effort, and breathing sounds because the AI can't do it, the voice actor said. It can't replicate the noise that I make when I stand up from my chair, but it wants to take my job. Embark's communications director Sven Grunberg told Axios that the Finals uses a mix of human-acted voice work and AI-generated TTS conversion. Real actors, recording their lines in the traditional way, allows chemistry and conflict and adds depth to our game worlds that technology can't emulate, he said. Other times, especially when it relates to contextual in-game action callouts, TTS allows us to have tailored VO where we otherwise wouldn't, e.g. due to speed of implementation, he added. Both approaches use people, he said. Voices generated by AI for the Finals are based on a mix of professional voice actors and temp voices from Embark employees. The studio previously said it uses AI with a few exceptions, with those being the random grunts and breathing noises the AI TTS tools can't create yet. Embark said in July these sounds are recorded by the normal developers and not paid voice actors though, as they're something we use us in the studio to record, just grunting. The developer has now walked back these comments, however, saying the open beta uses a mix of professional voice actors and temporary voices from Embark employees. Making games without actors isn't an end goal for Embark, and TTS technology has introduced new ways for us to work together, Grunberg said. The bottom line, discussion over AI is inextricably linked to how it'll impact people, including those whose work overlaps with what AI can do. Embark Studios seems to be aware of this and has tried to clarify its stance on using AI voices in its games. Whether this will appease the critics or not remains to be seen. Capcom has sparked controversy among PC gamers with its stance on user-created mods. According to a recent presentation by one of its programmers, Taro Yahagi, mods should be blocked by anti-cheat and anti-piracy software because they are technically no different from cheat tools and can cause problems for the company. Mods are especially popular among PC gamers, who have more freedom and tools to customize their games than console players. Some of the most famous examples of mods include Counter-Strike, which started as a mod for Half-Life, Dota 2, which originated from a mod for Warcraft 3, and Skyrim, which has thousands of mods ranging from realistic graphics to flying dragons. In a talk given at Capcom's Open Conference on October 25, 2023, Yahagi explained the company's anti-cheat and anti-piracy measures in PC games. He said that while some mods can have a positive impact on the game, they should still be blocked by the company's security module because they are implemented in the same way as cheat tools and other malicious modifications. He argued that mods are no different than cheating because they can alter the game's data or code without the developer's consent or knowledge. He said that this can lead to unfair advantages in online multiplayer games, such as increased speed, damage, or health, or to unauthorized distribution or copying of the game's content. He also claimed that some mods can be detrimental to the company's reputation and workload. He cited examples of mods that are offensive to public order and morals, such as nude or sexualized characters, violent or gore effects, or racist or sexist depictions. He said that these mods can be mistaken for legitimate implementations by the public or the media, causing bad publicity or legal issues for Capcom. He also said that some mods can cause technical problems for the game or the players, such as save data corruption, freezes, crashes, or performance issues. He said that these problems can increase Capcom's support resources as they try to investigate and resolve issues that are not caused by the original game. Capcom's statement has been met with criticism and backlash from many PC gamers and modders, who see it as an attack on their freedom and creativity. They argue that mods are not cheats, but rather enhancements or expressions of their love for the game. They say that mods can improve the game's quality, longevity, diversity, and accessibility. They also point out that Capcom's stance is inconsistent and hypocritical, as some of its games have official mod support or even benefit from unofficial mods. For example, Monster Hunter World has a Steam Workshop page where players can download and upload mods with Capcom's approval. Resident Evil 2 Remake has received praise for its modding community, which has added features such as first-person mode, new costumes, new weapons, new enemies, and even new modes. Some players have also accused Capcom of using anti-cheat and anti-piracy as excuses to justify its use of de novo, a controversial anti-tamper technology that is widely disliked by PC gamers for its alleged negative impact on performance and compatibility. Capcom has used de novo in some of its recent PC games, such as Resident Evil Village and Devil May Cry 5, but has later removed it after facing backlash from players. It is unclear how Capcom will enforce its anti-mod policy in its future PC games. It is possible that it will implement stricter security measures to prevent or detect modding activities. It is also possible that it will be more selective or flexible in allowing certain types of mods or certain games to have mod support. However, it is unlikely that Capcom will be able to completely stop modding for its PC games. Modders are often resourceful and determined to overcome any obstacles or challenges posed by developers or publishers. As long as there is a demand and a passion for modding among PC gamers, there will always be a way to create and share mods for their favorite games. That's all the news for today, November 1, 2023. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. The links to all the subjects discussed in this video are available in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.